On.
Hey, good morning. Oh, good afternoon. Sorry. It's been a Monday on Tuesday.
There you go.
Hey, happy
Garfield would not
Tuesday
like
to
that.
all you guys out there here on the Bollocks, and we are in the.
Bozar Forward Studio.
You're gonna do
Whoa.
it in stereo. Why'd you stop?
I got out Oscared.
No, he was doing it in stereo.
I didn't realize that. I'm so used to Oscar doing books and shit that,
We're
all of
gonna
a
try
sudden,
that again.
Smartini sold it.
And we are in the.
Bozard Ford Studio. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Damn right we are.
Got a little reverb
All right.
going.
And,
Hi.
hey, I tell you what, it's been a fun day. It's been an exciting day here in St. Johns County. So many cool things happening.
Oh, yeah.
And I showed up at a situation at one of my work situation, and the person thought I was there. I was there to fix the problem, and the person, because I'm wearing this shirt, thought I was there to report on the problem, and they weren't talking to me. And I was like, "No, I'm with ownership, and this is." So
Well, it's good to know that they fear our intrepid journalism.
yes. So
They take that as a compliment.
yeah. Well, he didn't. He knew me through the studio,
Right.
and not through my other grown-up job.
Right.
So not my amazingly fun job to hang out with you guys all the time.
Yep.
So I thought that was rather funny.
So
That's very cool.
So what you're saying is that is would they have panicked more if I showed up?
Well, if the cameras were on, Blake, I'm pretty sure your dad still instills a lot more fear than your kind-hearted self. So the grumpy old man actually is the one people are afraid of. Not the kind soul.
Dang
you're,
it.
You're the kind soul of this network. So just so you know. So not that Lenny's not kind,
Well, I have my
but
moments, but right.
you have that image all about you.
Absolutely.
All right, we got to pay some bills. Here we go. We're talking about Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com.
Since 2008, Brightway Insurance, the Casey agency, has been guiding St. Augustine through hurricanes, floods, and fires, and more. Led by longtime local Ashley Casey, this is assurance done the brighter way. No confusing jargon, no one-size-fits-all policies, just clear guidance, multiple quotes, and customized coverage that protects what matters most. With deep roots in the community and decades of experience, Ashley and his team make insurance simple, affordable, and personal. Visit them on the island at 108 Seagrove Main Street or call 904-217-7547. Brightway, the brighter way to do insurance.
All right, ate at this place last night, had a wonderful business meeting with some great people. The Saint. Experience the art of Italian dining at The Saint. Nestled in the heart of historic St. Augustine, from man-made, from handmade pastas to rich risottos,
No, they were
and
man-made.
indulgent. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're all man-made. Indulgent
Could be
tiramisu. Every dish blends authentic Italian flavor with modern elegance. Sip a craft cocktail, savor seasonal ingredients, and enjoy breathtaking views. By the way, it was beautiful last night.
Yeah.
From their second floor balcony or rooftop patio, where you can take in the bayfront or even spot the lighthouse on a clear day. At Saint, every meal is a celebration. Join us there and elevate your dining experience.
What'd you eat?
I had the carpaccio.
Oh, yeah,
and
okay,
then I
good.
did the bread service and truffle. I apped it up.
Yeah.
I apped
Well,
it
the
up.
bread service and the
bread's-
carpaccio is a big portion, too.
Yeah.
That was tasty.
The bread service, if you can only get one thing at the Saints, get the bread service.
Best bread service in town.
It really
There's
is.
a lot of
It really
options
is
out there, but
phenomenal.
it is stunning. Well, if you go to the Saint for lunch, then you walk it off, you go down the block, and opposite the Castillo de San Marcos, which was built to defend the city from their raids, is the St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, which houses the world's largest and most authentic collection of pirate artifacts. It's been curated by Pat Croce and the Croce family. Included in the collection are over 800 items exhibited in 40 immersive exhibits. It's one of the only 3 surviving Jolly Roger flags in the world included in that set of collectibles. Okay.
You wrote it.
I know. I say I can't read my own handwriting, but it's typewritten.
Yeah.
Seagull from Blackbeard's ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, and the blunderbuss he used to steal and keep it. Blunderbuss is a gun for those of you scoring at home.
With a big old barrel
That's
on the end.
exactly right. And
Hold
if
on. A big,
right, exactly.
Oh, he's back on me.
Right.
A big old barrel
right.
on the end.
And you could take it and like knock it off and use it as an ear horn, an ear trumpet from when the hard of hearing days, when Granny would stick it in her ear and go,
What did he say?
Anyway, Seagull from Blackbeard's ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, and the blunderbuss he used to steal and keep it. See treasure chests and drool-encrusted weapons, as well as memorabilia from Hook and other pirate-themed movies. There's a scavenger hunt designed for younger guests to learn about pirate lore as they explore the museum, as well as a fully stocked gift shop, which, by the way, if you're panicking for a costume, you got a couple more days, and they can help you. Put on an eye patch, grab your parrot as you experience the golden age of piracy located in downtown St. Augustine across from the fort.
All right.
And they're open and the fort's not.
You can hand me that one over, and I got to tell them about all our amazing other sponsors that we have here. We have Solar Stick, Aver Kresge and Associates, Powell Heating and Air, Anastasia Construction Group, Meehan's Irish Pub, A.D. Davis Construction, St. Augustine Distillery, City Gates, Spirits, A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing, Anastasia Diner, Moultrie Creek Diner, Mr. Electric, Brightway Insurance, which we already did.
Yep.
And
The
I
Casey
repeated
Agency.
myself, and I'm starting over again. And thank you guys for being a part of our show. And we are ready to go.
All right, well, I'm going to answer a question from one of our very, very regular viewers and participants.
Okay.
Bread service is something that's a new addition to the world of restaurants, Bobby, because in the olden days, they used to pour water at your table and give you bread, and now they sell you water and sell you bread. I understand the bread part of it in particular because restaurants wasted a tremendous amount of bread that was uneaten. They'd put it in a basket, and you couldn't reuse it after it's been on the table. So
But this bread service is
yeah.
special.
Oh, it's wonderful. But bread service is right. So now you have the potential to buy bread.
Because you're making it sound very negative.
No. I'm
Is-
saying
is-
that there's a rationale for it because bread was an expensive waste for a lot of restaurants. They throw away more than they needed to, and they were buying the bread. So now they've upped their game dramatically at the Saint. It comes on a wooden cutting board. There's 4 or 5 different types of bread, from a breadstick, focaccia, a semolina bread to some rolls. They serve it with some local honey.
Garlic.
There's some roasted
garlic.
head of garlic, and then there's a truffle butter, I believe, on it as well.
A couple of different butters.
Yeah. So it's really and like a whipped ricotta possibly if I remember correctly.
Correct.
And it's it's a $12 value, but believe me, you're getting your money's worth. And be careful because if you eat that entire thing, you're filled up and you can't finish your meal. But then you can take it home and have it for breakfast.
Which I have done, and actually I did get the lasagna, which I only ate
yeah.
like 3 bites of.
So you only
Because-
ate 6 of the 100 layers.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and I counted. There was 102.
Okay. See, so you got a handsome portion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty tasty too.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have, I would say 3/4 of a lasagna still at the house because of the bread service and the carpaccio.
Bread is. I mean, it's really it's a very fair value. I will tell you that it's a very fair value. But this just proves that no longer are we just shills. We actually enjoy our sponsors.
Yes, we 100%. There's not a sponsor out there that we do not have some type of relationship with. There you go. You got the Meehan shirt on.
Yep, absolutely.
Got your Meehan shirt on.
I use our plumber, right?
Yes. I use Mr. Electric.
And Powell Heating and Air.
I've used A.D. Davis, and I have used Anastasia. We do have 2 construction. I've used both of them.
Right.
If which one fits.
Yep.
So.
And we eat at the diner.
A to Z was at my building yesterday.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we use them all.
Anyway, yeah. Good people. Good people. Support
Yeah.
our sponsors.
All right. So on this day, now I've had a crazy day, so I've kind of relied on you guys to come up with topics and me to bounce off of.
Okay.
But the number one topic that we're talking about is the baseball game last night.
I stayed up to the end of it. Ended at 2:55, and then the after party kept going. What a phenomenal game. It was basically 2 baseball games in one. It was literally 2 baseball games in one because it was 18 innings.
It was 2 full baseball games.
Yep. It was, Dodgers were up 2-0. The Blue Jays, I believe, tied it at 2. They went up 4-2, and of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Shohei Ohtani hit a home run to tie the game. Then it might have been Freeman hit the go-ahead run, made it 5-4, and it ended up being 5-5 at the end of 7 or 8 innings. And then for the next, I got to do math again, 9 innings, 10 innings, 0-0 across the board.
Yeah.
And it went into extras.
Well, all of them had their defensive players in at that point.
Yeah. They're running out of bodies.
Because at the end of a game, like when you're getting closer to the 8th or 9th inning, you're like, okay, let's put our defensive team in. That means your hitters aren't necessarily in, except for your stars.
Right.
And both teams had, I think I checked in at like the 11th or 12th.
Okay.
And I think that's when I nodded off.
You know, it was wild. There were some great defensive plays. There were plays at the plate that were close. There were plays at the plate that weren't close. There was a Blue Jay tried to get from first to home on a hit into the right field corner, and he was out by 1.5 feet. There were some great, and then they took turns. The Blue Jays would rock it to the wall, and I saw 3 or 4 extra inning catches with the guy literally with his back against the wall making the catch, and everybody was going nuts. It was going out. It was nope. I mean, the Dodgers hit a couple that way. And the Blue Jays had an interesting thing. Shohei Ohtani, I mean, say what you want about Aaron Judge's ability to be one of the better players who've ever played the game of baseball. This guy laps him. It's mind-boggling his abilities.
Different level.
He was on base 9 times last night. On base.
Holy cow!
He had 9 at bats. He was on base every time.
Is that a record? That just seems like that should be a record.
I think it would be. Because how many games go that for with somebody staying in? He was 4 for 4 at the plate.
How often do you get up 9 times?
Right.
He was 4 for 4.
4 for 4 at the plate. He had 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs, and hit 2 home runs. He hit 2 home runs in the game last night.
And he can throw 100 miles an hour.
He's pitching tonight. And they proceeded to walk him the other 5 times he was up. He had 5 walks.
Yeah, that's
and I'm pretty sure all of them were intentional passes.
The game, if they didn't walk him, the game might have been shorter.
Correct.
So.
Right, exactly. I don't know that this man's ever going to see another pitch in Major League Baseball. It's a good thing he's a pitcher.
This is the way Bonds was. I mean, they just got to where we can't let this person beat us anymore.
Yep.
And another Hall of Famer ended the game. Yeah. So I mean, in the 18th.
Yeah, Freddie Freeman.
Walk off.
Right. Which he did last year to end the World Series. He had a walk-off grand slam last year in the World Series, and he just and again. You know what? It was like 3 or 4 of the other hits that were the long hits in the extras. I'm pretty sure it was only 385 to dead center in Chavez Ravine?
No, I think it's just at 400.
Okay, well then this was just a little bit to, I guess, maybe the right of it, because it was right over the 385 mark on the wall. And when I say right over it, it barely made it over the wall, but it was out of play. It was a home run, and it was pandemonium. Yeah. And other than Mary Hart, who left a little bit earlier, nobody left that ballpark.
Yeah.
They were there,
Well, it was 3 hours early.
Right. It ended at 10 to 11. Yeah. No, yeah. It was 3 o'clock. No, it ended at midnight.
Yeah.
It ended up midnight local time.
Yeah.
Which was still a stretch for a lot of people on a work week.
Yeah.
But it was great.
Yeah. It ended like 2:30 here, right? Or 3 o'clock here?
2:55.
Oh my gosh.
2:55.
So yeah, no, I definitely did not make it. Like I said, I think I checked in around midnight, and that was like around the 10th so it might have been a little after midnight.
Yeah. So
when the football game ended, I popped over.
Right.
I did win. It is 395 to center field.
Oh, so it was. It was straight away. That's what I thought. It was straightaway center.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went right over the 395 mark, and I thought that was straightaway center. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was 395. It was 385 in the gaps.
And you know what? And his home run went 397. It was literally just cleared the wall.
Gotcha.
So it was great. But it was, an exciting game. How can you say a game was that exciting when for 10 innings, no run? I mean, the last run scored before his home run was the 7th inning.
Yeah, but everything's
so they went 11 innings of no run ball.
And I'm okay with. I know some people don't like 0-0 games.
Oh, it's great.
But I think it if there's great plays, great defensive plays,
and there's
near misses, all of these things are factors in how great the game is. And it was one of the most amazing games.
And a new hero,
World Series.
and a new hero has been christened, Will Klein.
Okay.
He's the winning pitcher in the game.
All right.
By the way, Kershaw came out of the bullpen came out of the dugout to pitch in relief. Clayton Kershaw, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, came out to pitch in relief. This kid, Will Klein, was on his 3rd major league team this season. He was traded around the league, ended up on the Dodgers. He wasn't on the previous postseason.
What a great place to land.
He wasn't on the postseason roster until this game.
He's going to make $500,000
just if they win the World Series.
If they win the World
I
Series.
was thinking about that myself as well.
Like,
So-
tell me how much World Series winners get
Share.
and how much second place gets.
I think it's like 4 and change and
Yeah.
less. But this guy never pitched more than 2 innings. Never threw more than 25 pitches, maybe 30 pitches in a game.
This season. Yeah.
And he went 4 innings, gave up 1 hit, didn't give up a run, threw 60 some odd pitches. I mean, he eclipsed. He pitched more in those 4 innings than he did pretty much most of the rest of the season, honestly. And he was struggling toward the end. He said, "Look, I'm not giving up on this. You need me? I'm going back out. I'm going back out. I'm going back." He went out 4 times.
Yeah.
And he ended up striking out the guy at the plate on a 3-2 count to end the top of the 18th. And boy, was this kid pumped. If the Dodgers didn't score, they were bringing Yamamoto out, the guy who had just finished night before, 2 nights ago, the
2 nights ago, yeah.
the complete game.
Yeah.
The complete game shutout. And he said, "I'm going. You need me? I'm yours."
Yeah.
That's a bunch of ball players that will do something for their team.
Oh, yeah.
I got to like the spirit, got to like their ability. Man. And Davey Roberts,
and
good for him.
These guys think, they're making $1 million. They don't care about the game. It still comes down to winning. It comes down to winning. And if you're a competitive person, I might be slightly competitive. You do what you got to do.
Yep.
I played on broken ankles. I broke my nose. I've lost teeth, and still played and stayed in the game. And that was for free.
I believe there's a book called The Love of the Game.
Yeah. Yeah. So but it was a great game.
It really was. And it's not to say that the Dodgers romped them. The Blue Jays were in it. They went up. The Dodgers went up. They tied it. They went up. Dodgers tied it. And then they each threw another run on there through the 7th to make it 5-5. And then it was just defensive play after defensive play, some pitching. It was very fun.
I was watching early on, and the second baseman made an error for the Dodgers, and then that same inning, Kirk hit his 3-run home run.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's why you can't give up. You can't give extra outs at this level.
No.
And the thing is they didn't give up any extra outs. As a matter of fact, they took and grabbed some outs defensively, which they're the 2 teams that are supposed to be there are there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
yeah, good point.
No.
And it was interesting because there were a couple plays where they were damned if they do, damned if they don't. There was one toward the end of the game, and it might have been the top of the 18th or the top of the 17th, where 2 men on, first and second, and the batter hits a slow roller up the third baseline, and Max Muncy is there, and he doesn't know whether to shit or go blind because he knows he doesn't have a play on the ball. He's got one option, and he stretches as far as he can, a foot on the bag, and his body out, and the glove flat out on the ground, and he's waiting. The only thing you do is wait for the ball to literally roll into his glove, and it does. Third base umpire calls the guy out. He wasn't, and they reviewed it, and the guy was safe by a step. But it was Muncy. Muncy couldn't do anything. He had to just sit there. You know how much agonizing that must have been? Roll faster, roll faster.
Like he can still see the guy coming towards him, and it's like,
Yeah. And it was, and you know what? And replay did the right thing. The guy was safe. And then they got out of the inning anyway because it was bases loaded, and they got out of the inning. And I think Kershaw might have been on the. It might have been. I don't think it was that much earlier because this other kid pitched 4 innings. So I don't think it was in the 13th, but it could have been. But what a great play that was. And Muncy was just, man, what a stretch. It was an exciting game. It was a lot of fun.
He was wishing he had arms like Freeman at that point.
Yeah.
If he had arms in a reach like Freeman, the guy would have been out.
Yep.
But so we have Blake and I have the Dodgers in 5. The Dodgers winning that game still keeps us alive. With the Dodgers in 5. How hard is it for Toronto now to bounce back after such a heartbreaking loss? Like they could have got one on the road and balanced out the one they lost at home.
Right.
And they got to steal one on the road. So how hard do you think mentally it is for this young, because Toronto's younger than the Dodgers.
Yeah.
The Dodgers have all been there before.
Yeah.
Last year. So they've all been there before. How hard do you think it is for that young team to bounce back?
They played them tight. It came down to one hit in the 18th inning. It's not like they got beaten pillar to post. So, and they put up a 14. Was it the first game they put up a 14 spot, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah. They trounced them.
So, but they go back to Toronto. So I don't think they're certainly not panicking.
But here's the thing though, because games 4 and 5 are still going to be in LA. So that's so Toronto still have to deal with that. So
they have to steal one.
They still have to get one.
Yeah. They have to steal one to get back to Toronto.
I thought they were going back to Toronto after tonight's game.
It's 2-3-2 in baseball.
Yeah, because
in basketball it's like 2-1-1-1.
Right.
Which is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's 2-3-2 as far as game goes in baseball.
Well, this is going to be tough because they're going against Ohtani tonight. And Justin Bieber is pitching for Toronto. He's Canadian. That
Justin
makes sense.
Bieber?
Pitches Bieber.
Shane Bieber.
Okay.
Right. And he's Canadian. Maybe they're related. Who knows?
And
Justin's Canadian.
And he's going to do a concert in the 7th inning stretch. So...
No, hold on. There actually was a concert during like Game 2 of the World Series, like during the middle of the game. I'm not joking. The Jonas Brothers performed a concert during like in between the 3rd and the 4th inning.
Are they from Toronto?
No,
I think they're American. Justin Bieber's Canadian. I know that. Yeah.
Well, it was mainly because it was a sponsored segment by like the MasterCard and Stand Up to Cancer. So so it was during that, but they did an actual concert
where everybody holds up their signs and you're watching a game that you're really happy to be watching, then you feel like shit about it.
Right. I
love supporting cancer, but I'm not a fan of that segment.
Force pressuring us to.
I believe me, I want to support cancer every possible way.
Donate to local causes. Don't give money to MasterCard. They can fund it on their own. Donate to local causes here.
Right.
Yeah. Without a doubt, we got enough local causes to talk about. Yeah. All right. One thing we do have tomorrow is we do have the ribbon cutting for the new facility for Dining with Dignity.
Oh, where is that?
Over on 207. It's at the corner of 207 and Holmes.
Okay.
Or Old Dixie.
Okay.
Not Holmes. Sorry, Old Dixie.
I was going to say, okay.
And it's right there on that corner. So it'll give them a permanent home, because what happens with Dining with Dignity, on Fridays and Saturdays, they have to move to a different location. Then they come back Sunday through Thursday. So this will give them their permanent location with bathrooms. They'll be able to put their tables there. They'll be able to dine undercover, which is very nice. And if you don't know what Dining with Dignity is, it is through Home Again, and 365 days a year, Dining with Dignity is out there serving, and they serve somewhere between 50 and 70,000 meals a year. So.
Okay.
So thank you, City of St. Augustine, for building that facility, and thank you for all the amazing churches and volunteers that work the Dining with Dignity program and have for over a decade.
Old Moultrie. So which way is that now? I'm a little confused.
Behind the Winn-Dixie.
Opposite. Okay.
Across from Green Papaya.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's also behind the dollar store that's on 207, like behind that area as well.
Yes, the dollar store backs up to it.
Okay.
So
that's
that property.
Okay. Yep. I know which location you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a little triangle piece there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Very nice. Very good.
All right.
Absolutely excellent.
That's my public service announcement
for the day. And
Thank
today
you.
is the
For
day
this
that they, why do I think it was Grover Cleveland? Cut the ribbon for the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, I think it was Grover.
Was it
Grover
Cleveland?
Yeah. In 86. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and they were they put the last rivet in that day and then cut the ribbon.
Yeah,
So.
I think it was Grover Cleveland myself, too.
Okay.
I think it was in his second term, I believe.
Okay.
So, Blake, if you want to fact check that one, I think Benjamin Harris squeaked in between him or something. So, but all right. So, what are some of our other topics?
Well, I found an interesting article
Okay.
about, it doesn't even say it in this day in history. Go figure.
All right. All right. So real quick. So it was Grover Cleveland that cut the ribbon today.
Okay.
And was it his second one or? Was it his second term or first term? It had to be his second term, I believe.
Let's see.
Yeah.
It was 1886. So when? Let's see. Grover Cleveland. Dang it! Hold on.
I think it
That might have been
I think it'd been
for-
early in his second term.
First term, I believe.
Yeah.
Was it?
'Cause- Yeah, 86. Because wasn't he out and then he was in 90?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
I believe. Don't quote me on that. 'Cause-
Correct. First term. It was 1885 to 1889.
So is Benjamin Harris ahead of him?
Yes.
Okay. And who was after him on that term then?
Second term.
Arthur?
Between him and Teddy.
Chester Arthur?
So was Cleveland, Harrison,
Garfield was shot.
Cleveland, then William
Okay,
McKinley.
Harrison was in between him.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And then McKinley. Okay.
All
Got
right,
it.
and real quick, Joshua, thank you for asking. There will be a Bollocks on Thursday night. We do have the Yellow Jackets game on Thursday night, so we'll still be having a Bollocks.
And zoom it over there.
Right. Fortunately, it's close enough.
Yeah.
Or don't worry, we'll talk about it after the show.
Were they going
got
for
We
the-
might have an abbreviated show is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
We have plans. We can easily get it done. That I do believe in the capabilities of Lenny. I do believe in the capability of Lenny of pressing one button.
I can do that. The one that
Just
says
sending-
end.
Yes.
Excellent. You have me trained well for that one. I'm
Yes.
good at that.
Yes.
Okay. Should I push it right now?
All right. No.
Just checking to see if you're paying attention.
All right.
All right.
We got some other topics.
Yeah.
Okay.
A spying vacuum cleaner.
Spying vacuum cleaner.
Fascinating.
Well, they're remote and they're on Wi-Fi and yeah.
And
so
they're reporting back to their masters. So
Okay.
there's this gentleman named Harishankar Narayanan. Yeah, Narayanan.
Is he Irish?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. But the man is an engineer.
Okay.
And he bought himself a $300 smart vacuum. It was the iLife A11 smart vacuum.
Okay.
It was working great. He's having a fine time with it.
My vacuum is way more expensive than that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
I-
Blake and Rebecca are way more expensive.
I
than
was going to say, and you got to feed him too.
that. I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Way more expensive.
So, the guy's an engineer, so he's interested in this sort of stuff. And for whatever reason, he was checking his network traffic around his house, and he found a steady stream of data that was being sent to servers halfway around the world.
Okay.
So he looked into it a little bit more and found out that his vacuum cleaner was transmitting logs and telemetry without his consent.
Okay.
Now, in all honesty, you might have filled a warranty card. You might have not checked the box. You might have checked the box. I don't know whether he did or he didn't. But he said without his consent, the information was going. So he stopped the device from broadcasting the data, but kept the other network traffic going. So it was he could get firmware updates and things, and it worked for days, and then it stopped working.
Okay.
So he couldn't figure out what happened. It would refuse to boot up and robot vacuum. So he took it to the repair people, and the repair company said, it works fine when it's here. It's not a problem. Said, okay, fine. He brought it home. It worked for a couple more days, and then it turned itself off again, and he couldn't get it to start. Went back and forth with the repair people until they said, look, we can't service this anymore. You're out of warranty. Said, okay, fine. So the guy now is sitting with a $300 paperweight because it wouldn't work in his house.
Okay.
He's not happy about that. So being the engineer that he is, he took it apart and reverse engineered the thing,
Okay.
including reprinted printed circuits. I mean, the guy knew what he was doing. So he reverse engineered it, and then there's something called Android Debug Bridge, which is way over my head. But he found that the vacuum cleaner used Google Cartographer, and it made a 3D map of his home and sent that to the overlords wherever this vacuum cleaner came from. And he was not happy about that. So
Well, he understands that home is listed at whatever local server.
Yeah.
I can get that tomorrow.
What's that?
I can get a 3D map of his home right now.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, now he disconnected the thing. So yeah.
No, I can get
Right.
one from his local municipality.
Oh well, yeah.
So,
You can get the blueprints. Is
Yeah,
What you're saying.
yeah.
Okay.
and as an engineer, you'd think you know that.
Well, but he was more concerned about everything that was going on there. He was. I think he was just a little pissed off that this was going around the world without his permission. But he kept digging in, and he found when he was doing the code, he found a surprising line of code, which he then deciphered, and he found that time of that line of code was time stamped to the exact time his vacuum stopped working. So there's a built-in kill switch in his vacuum cleaner that when he said, "We're not giving you any more information," they said, "Well, then screw you. We're not giving you your vacuum cleaner." And they turned off his vacuum cleaner from wherever in the world this stuff was coming from. It was weird. So,
Yeah, I don't think he read the fine print.
all I know is he doesn't have a vacuum cleaner anymore. Oh, actually, no, as a matter
Don't
of
buy
fact,
shit on Temu.
no, he took that line of code out. Vacuum cleaner works fine.
Oh,
And he's not telling him anything anymore. So,
all right.
yeah.
Just do that.
So,
Save us the story.
yep. Well, we got a
Engineer-
story out. We got a story out of it. Thank you very
Engineer,
much.
What's his name?
Harish, I had it better. Harish Hankar Narayananan.
Oh, that Irish dude.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Obviously. Sounds very Irish.
Yes.
Yeah.
exactly.
So now he has a working vacuum
Yep.
that's not sending information all over the place.
Right. It's not sending the map of his house to foreign adversaries or foreign,
Like I said.
or foreign not adversaries.
I can get that. I have that technology.
Okay.
And I am not an engineer.
Right. But
I
you can
do.
read a blueprint.
Records request.
Right. Right.
So
Somebody just did that for
I
something.
can fill out a records request with the best of them.
Yeah.
So it helps in the media world. So,
Yeah. Exactly.
Um,
So that was that.
Mm-hmm.
I did see a very interesting trailer for a movie that I am now very excited to see.
okay.
I believe it's called Nuremberg.
Okay.
You know, an uplift-
Nuremberg. Okay. You show me the quote.
An uplifting, yeah. Well, we'll save that quote because I don't want to piss off my wife.
Yeah.
And,
Don't read that quote.
No, but it's an important quote actually.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an uplift. It's not an uplifting movie, but it's about the Nuremberg trials.
Mm-hmm.
But the cast is outstanding. You got a very, 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 unless he's wearing a fat suit, very portly Russell Crowe
Okay.
playing Herman Goring.
Okay.
You've got
He's kind of a method guy. He probably put on the weight.
Oh yeah, you've got, and I think Blake, would you see if Justice Jackson was the guy from the Nuremberg trials? I believe he became a Supreme Court justice. I'm almost sure of that, but I'm not positive. But he was there. Rami Malek is in it.
Was it Robert H. Jackson?
Was he a Nuremberg prosecutor?
Let's see. Robert H. Jackson was a associate justice on the Supreme Court and was notable for his work at the Nuremberg trials. Following.
him.
Yep.
Yeah, he started that, and that parlayed his career into being a Supreme Court justice. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great cast, and it looks really well done. It comes out. It's at an AMC theater, Blake.
I got some bad news.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
I canceled my subscription.
You did.
All right.
You were just driving too much up there.
just driving too much up there.
So did you get an Epic one or?
I do have Epic Rewards, but just not worth the same though.
It's not the same value.
No, because you can only really get like points for concession credits because every time you still have to buy a ticket, like, so you still have to pay like the $13 ticket. And Lenny, I know what you're going to say. Next
Tuesday, baby.
Yes, I know, Tuesdays.
Well, when Nuremberg comes to Epic, we'll go. I'll take you on a $6 Tuesday to see Nuremberg.
I had lunch at the wheel, and I was wondering why so many people were going in today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's $6 Tuesday. It's a great deal. Great deal. Yep.
One of,
yeah, I think
one
that
of
was
these days I'll have enough time to go to a movie.
There you go.
So I actually was watching Karate Kid Legends, which I did like. I didn't really like the Karate Kid with Will Smith's kid in it.
Okay.
Jaden.
Yeah.
And then he turned out to be a shit.
Okay.
He was a cute little kid, but I
And he
didn't
grew
really,
up?
I didn't really like that. What did he do something that made me mad?
Which person?
Jaden Smith.
Jane Smith.
He got in trouble for something, and I was just like, "Come on, kid, you have everything." But I'm watching Karate Kid Legends. But my question is, and the movie I want to see is I want to see Little Miyagi.
Okay. Is there?
There isn't one,
Okay.
but I think there should be.
Oh, you mean like a prequel?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
How Miyagi got to be
There you
who
go.
Miyagi was.
Before he became Arnold.
Yes.
Okay.
Before he was hanging out with Richie
Right.
Cunningham.
Right.
No, I had the chicken salad writer.
Okay. That's in a pita.
Yes.
Okay.
But I want to see. That's a movie I want to see.
That's a good idea.
I was thinking of the movies that I would like to see.
Okay.
I'd like to see what made Miyagi Miyagi. Because
Okay.
to me, he was the most, of that entire series, the most interesting. Because he appears in dreams or other part in all of the Karate Kid movies.
Right. Yeah. You
So I'd
think,
like to see Little Miyagi.
you think he was a squeegee kid at a corner doing wax on, wax off on people's windshields?
You know, there was a little bit in the legend side of how Miyagi and the Chinese, how the Kung Fu and karate came together on the legend side. And that's what sparked me to go, I want to see Little Miyagi.
No, I think that's an interesting idea.
You know,
By the way, Bobby had a very
I only need money.
Bobby's not the least bit worried about his house cleaning issues being transmitted anyplace else.
Yes.
He said his broom doesn't give information to anybody.
Yeah.
So
Well, and Rebecca bought a $3.99 witch's hat
Okay.
today, and that's what she wore during lunch.
okay,
So it is Halloween. So
getting there.
you know,
Getting there. Yeah.
and she wrote in on her broom, you know, which was really nice.
All right, but Dad, I do gotta ask you though, because we are close to Halloween though. I do gotta ask, why are your hotels starting to put up Christmas decorations?
It takes us that long. It's 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're still working on those lights. It takes us a month
Really?
to put up the lights.
Sure. They're wrapping the trees on the beach even as
see,
we speak.
Everything goes on November 15th. Remember, it's going on a week earlier.
Yeah.
So we had to start a week earlier. So, and we usually start mid-October, but, you know, we had to start at the beginning of October.
And if we're lucky this year, the lights will be down somewhere by Easter.
Mine will be down 2 weeks or 3, because we do take them down quicker than we put them up.
It's a lot easier. No.
Yeah.
No, you want to save
Yeah.
them for next year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No. We try to.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
it's very expensive and it's very time consuming and staff consuming.
You do that in-house or do you contract out?
In-house.
Okay.
At the Treasury, we contract out because
Okay.
it's a matter of fact.
Well, it's a taller building, right?
My Spider-Man who was at the Treasury hanging over the wall I had a picture on Facebook today, and I said, "Get off my roof." So, no. So I'm excited about Night of Lights, and I'm preparing myself mentally for Night of Lights. Because if you live downtown, you need to prepare yourself mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus also enjoy the Kingtree Bridge while you can.
That doesn't happen until January.
True.
So
Yeah, at least they're smart enough not to do that during Nights of Lights.
they weren't prepared. But it made them feel good about it.
Yeah.
Also, so Jaden, Kathy said he emancipated himself from his parents. I don't think that's why I was mad at him about it, because knowing his parents, I can see why he would do that. But
Well,
he did something that just got under my skin. I can't remember what it was.
What did it have something to do with what was it like?
I think it had something to do with treating women or something like that.
how old is this kid?
Like 23, 24?
22, 23. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. Check how old he is, Blake.
Yeah.
All right. Now you have one other topic, sir.
I do?
All right. I thought you did.
I could. I mean, I was talking about...
wait, hold on. Sorry, real quick. Was it Smith's comments that they want kids to drop out of school? Something along that.
Jaden Smith?
Well, that's not good.
Like so he said in 2013, Smith criticized traditional education and advised people to drop out of school. Discussing teenagers who attend public school, he said kids who go to normal school are so teenagery, so angsty.
And he was
So do we
12
believe
at the time?
Right, and he went to public school?
Sure.
How would he know?
Yeah. He's 27, Bobby said. Thank you, Bobby,
Okay.
for being our crack research. You know, I asked Blake, and he gives me another explanation
Right.
here. But Bobby's got you, Blake. Bobby's got you.
And I'd be surprised if he went to public school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd be pleased if he went to public school. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
But I don't know that he did.
All right.
I don't know that he didn't.
During Night of Lights,
Yes, sir.
you're an Islander,
I am.
okay? Do you come downtown at all during Night of Lights?
Yes.
Okay. During the week, not on the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Not on the weekend.
And I prefer, if I have my druthers, I usually wait until after New Year's. But,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you need to be there.
Yeah.
I have to visit Meehan's a couple more times between now and the end of the year. And
We got to
usually,
support our sponsors.
absolutely. And Julie and I have a tradition where we do Christmas Eve in Meehan's.
Okay.
I've been doing that now going on 10 years. It'll be
Excellent.
11 years this year.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Santa stops in, does a shot of JMO, and
There
gets
you
back
go.
in the sleigh.
There you go. Yep.
Oh.
Comes trickling down the roof.
So you grew up in
On another island.
you grew up in a Christian and Jewish family.
Correct.
What did Christmas look like for you at your house? Was it a traditional Christmas
Oh, yeah.
and with Jewish traditions, or did you guys just do the Christian side of it?
No, we didn't get too heavily into Hanukkah, but we always had a Christmas tree. But then my father would rebuild a Christmas tree. We'd get a live tree, but if there was a blank spot where some of the branches were missing because of the way the tree grew, he would cut a branch off of the bottom, take out his drill a hole in, and plug that branch in and fill in any of the blank spots, and it worked out brilliantly.
Okay.
And we would also take the, you trim the trunk so it's got a fresh cut so it can suck up water and stay
Yeah.
alive. Well, we would save those, and we had a menorah made out of 9 Christmas tree trunks.
Okay.
So we would just line those up and use those as our candle holder for the menorah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you saved them year to year?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
did you cut it 9 different times?
No.
I was gonna
They
say, that
carried
trunk-
over.
That trunk got a little bit smaller.
Right. Yeah, no, and then you'd write on the bottom what the year was, so you had the annotated year or the notated year of which the tree was from.
Was there one particular ornament that you remember growing up that was on the tree?
Well, I remember less ornaments, more the fact that we had the original Noma bubble lights.
Okay, I don't know
A
what
Noma
that is.
bubble light is, it's got a glass tube on it that's filled with a colored liquid, and then there's the base of it that's got the bulb in it, and as it heats up, bubbles go up and down in that little chamber. And they were fabulous. And then they've reintroduced them. They made knockoffs years later. But the original Noma bubble lights, Blake, can you find a picture of those? Because that will bring back memories for people.
Noma?
Noma bubble lights.
I'm trying my best.
Bubba or Bubble?
Bubble.
Yeah.
Like
But
bubble
not
tea.
Bubba.
No, not Bubba. No, we from the north, man. We ain't got no Bubbas by us.
I was going to say, is there any Bubbas
Yeah.
in your school?
Yeah. In my school, no. But I have very dear friends who had a son named Andrew whose nickname was Bubba.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had
That was as
friends
close to
that
Bubba
were-
as we got.
I have friends that were both boy Bubba and girl Bubba.
Girl Bubba.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
how
Did they
that's
say
how
Hubba Bubba?
that's how we delanded it.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Let's see if this is the photo. Lenny, is this the Noma bubble lights?
Yes.
Yay!
Those are they.
Looks like cupcakes.
Yeah.
On the bottom. Yeah. And I don't know if those are repro or the originals, because the originals didn't look that cupcakey.
All right, Blake, do you remember a particular ornament growing up that you
Um,
always wanted to be the one to hang? I think I remember one for you.
I remember it has to be like the Land of Magic ornaments.
That's definitely was the one.
It's still to this day. If anyone else touches the Orlando Magic ornaments,
That's your ornament to
don't.
put on.
I'm looking. The person knows who I'm talking to.
Well,
Please do not.
I don't think she's watching right now, so you're good.
All right.
But
Or we'll hear about it in the comments.
But
yeah.
don't touch it.
Don't touch the Orlando Magic ornament.
We had
And mine was, and it's now completely disintegrated. I made this flower snowman that I had up
okay.
until I was an adult. and I made it in second grade, and it survived, and it then finally all the shellacking or lacquer that was holding it together finally flaked off, and it made it up until about 10 years ago. But it was a little snowman that I did in second grade. I did it, and I kept it all the way through my adulthood, and it finally just disintegrated. I opened the little package, and it was like all dust. My snowman had melted.
When I was a kid, my mother and I were in the city one day, because you go in, if you're in Manhattan, you look at the store windows, which were always very intricately decorated and animated and mechanical for Christmas. You had Saks Fifth Avenue, you had Lord & Taylor's, you had Bergdorf Goodman, and the killer of them all was Macy's. And, you'd go from window to window to window, and some of them would be themed out across the building so we'd be individual. Very intricate, very lively, and, you just have to follow people as you shuffle along and look in the windows. One year, and this is a long time ago, Hallmark had a Hallmark gallery on Fifth Avenue. And the card store was on the top floor, and then when you went downstairs into the basement, at Christmas time, they would do celebrities' Christmas trees. And, the one that I remember most in particular was Joe Namath's. Okay. And I got a great idea from him, because Joe Namath's Christmas tree was just red lipsticks hanging down. The entire tree was covered in red lipstick. So you had the little gold thing of the lipstick container, and then they screwed it out, and then the bottom of it was red lipstick. And that was the whole tree.
That was it.
Yep. But I picked
Not
up
very
on
creative, Joe.
Kind of worked, because I picked up on that theme a couple of times.
Well, you remembered it, so I guess it was very creative. So,
and I used that in one of my restaurants. I saved champagne corks for a year. Wine corks, but primarily champagne corks. And got to Christmas time, I spray painted them all gold. And I had a buddy of mine who was a set decorator, and Eli Haas would take red ribbon, and he tied a red ribbon on the ornament hanger on top of each one of those champagne corks.
Okay.
So in my first restaurant one year, we did a Christmas tree that was completely covered in gold champagne corks with red ribbons on it, and that was the only thing on it.
Interesting.
When
did FAO come in?
FAO Schwartz? Don't know.
Okay.
And that was over with the GMC
Because
Plaza.
I do love me some FAO.
Yeah. It closed and it came back.
Yeah.
That's right across from the plaza.
Yeah. And Rockefeller.
Down the block.
Yeah.
Rockefeller Center with the big tree.
It's right there. It's where you ice skate. I came out of ice skating, I walked around the corner, it was right there.
You're about 8 blocks away.
No.
Yes. FAO Schwartz was on 58th.
Where we ice
Fifth
skated.
Avenue, and you were Rockefeller Center was about 54th.
We didn't ice skate in New York, did we?
No, I did with Maeve just this last year.
Well, there's a skating rink in Central Park.
Okay, maybe that's where. No, it wasn't in Central Park.
Hold on one second.
Under the statue of
the big
Prometheus?
tree.
Hold on.
Yeah, Rockefeller Center.
Yeah,
like 51st Street.
Can I explain something real quick? So you may have got. So I think I think when you Aiden and I went to FAO Schwartz and probably that same store, that was probably that. I think that was a new store. The signature FAO Schwartz store that Lane's talking about was gone because I believe Toys R Us bought FAO.
I think it might be an Apple store now, actually.
Yes, I do remember that. So the FAO Schwartz that's near Rockefeller Center is a new FAO Schwartz. It was not the signature.
I was going to say I walked out of ice skating. And it was right there because the line going to ice skating was around the block.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it was like December 5th. We came out of ice skating. There was no line. And I literally grabbed Maeve and was like, come on.
All right.
Because there's never no line there.
All right.
See, it's right there.
The original FAO Schwartz is opposite the plaza.
Because the big thing I remember was
FAO Schwartz at Rockefeller Center.
Yeah, that's brand new.
Because I remember during our because during like my family's spring break trip to New York, we went to FAO Schwartz, and the FAO Schwartz store had a bigger piano than the FAO Schwartz store that was at Rockefeller Center.
Oh, okay. I don't remember it being that much bigger. So
came back.
From the movie Big.
Right. Yeah,
the big
one
piano.
on the ground. Yeah, exactly. Which is pretty cool.
But you have to take your shoes off.
Yes.
All right. Well, and then the following year we baked gingerbread men.
Okay.
And just gave them to everybody to decorate. So everybody decorated their own gingerbread men, and we hung them on the tree.
Got it.
So for a long time, I would stay with a themed Christmas tree.
Yep.
Now we just have collections of ornaments that have been kicking around. We've got some aged ones. At one point in time, we made clay ornaments, shape of a stocking, shape of a bell, and everybody in the family got to put their name on it and paint their own. And we've got maybe one is surviving. I'm trying to remember. It might be Clem. It might be my dog's name has survived. And we had Aunt B kicking around for a while. The rest of them went the way of all flesh.
Gotcha. So. All right. We're coming to the end of our show because I have to. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a couple different jobs. So my consulting job has pulled me away yet again. And but do you have any plugs or shout outs that we need to get out there to our wonderful audience? Or are there any questions out there with our wonderful audience?
Well, if you're planning on playing trivia at Amici's tomorrow night, make your reservation now. Mm-hmm. You have an opportunity because Julie and I will be a table of two. That usually doesn't bode well for either of us.
Yep.
We answer, but we need a coin to flip, though. Because usually we've got another arbiter at the table when we've got a team of 3 or 4.
Where are your guys?
Colorado and Germany.
Okay.
Yep. They're gallivanting around the world.
Yes.
Okay.
So, do you need a passport to go into Colorado?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not at all. Germany, yes.
All right. Blake, do you have any shout outs?
Shout out everyone in the audience that's watching us tonight. Thank you so much for watching. If you're looking to sponsor now for now or have a podcast that you would like to use our studio space, contact me at blake9fornow@gmail.com.
All right. I don't know if you said that slow enough for people to get it.
I got gmail.com.
Blake904now
Blake
at gmail.com.
Right.
At gmail.com or Troy904now at gmail.com.
Perfect.
You should create your lineage.
I will.
So.
As soon as Blake teaches me how to do that.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be great because Google Mail just asked me for a recovery email. I only have one email, and then how can I recover something on that one?
Good point.
So, I mean, that always confuses me.
Good point. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to all our amazing sponsors. Get out there and support them, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Enjoy the game tonight. Hopefully it won't go to 3 in the morning.
Bye.
Bye-bye.